everybody. Thank you so much for watching the video. I'm so glad that I get to share another teaching with you. And today we're going to talk about the two witnesses and who gets raptured with them. Have you ever thought about that before? Well, we see in the Old Testament two raptures. We see Enoch and we see Elijah. Jesus said in Matthew 5:17, I came to fulfill the law and the prophets, every jot and tittle. Well, we know that the church represents Enoch's rapture. You know, he's a Gentile. He's a mystery. Yeah, that's kind of how the church is described. And Enoch was raptured up before the flood. So he didn't even see any judgment. Okay, well now that leaves Elijah's rapture. How is that one going to be fulfilled? Well, I think it's fulfilled in, this busy chapter, Revelation chapter 11. Everything seems to be happening here, so much going on. I think this is why God has given us so many facts and statistics and the exact order of events, because He wants to make sure that everybody on earth is very aware of the events that are happening, the timing of them, right here at this midpoint. So I think not only do the two witnesses go up immediately after their resurrection, but scriptures tell us that right around the two witnesses, as they're laying dead in the street, those who saw the breath of life of God come into them, they stood up, they heard a voice come up here, and they were raptured up. I think that it was those who were standing around the two witnesses. Can you imagine the atmosphere when the breath of God comes on the scene and breathes life into two dead people? I just think there must have been a swirling in the air, perhaps, kind of like Elijah back during his resurrection. Have you ever walked on carpet and then next thing you touch something and it kind of shocks you? I think there was an electricity in the air, because when can the breath of God come down and not have an effect on a group of people? I think it affected way more than the two witnesses. So it says here that those who beheld the two witnesses being resurrected, fear came upon them. They were in such fear. And Proverbs tells us that fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. That when you have fear, you have great understanding. So I think this was a type of fear that they got it. Their mind probably was spinning and reflecting on what had just happened. And as they're watching this and they hear the voice of God say, come up here, I think they had that fear that can save a soul. So the two witnesses go up. Those who beheld their resurrection and were in fear, they go up. Because think about this. The two witnesses, they need to present some fruit to God. They're not going to go up and stand before the Lord empty-handed. No. They're going to be presenting fruit. It might even be a feast day that this happens. It's very likely that it's a feast day. So now we've got the two witnesses that have gone up. They're going to take some fruit with them. Those who beheld the situation were gripped with fear. They're going to go up in that rapture. Well, who else do you think goes up in that rapture, the second rapture, that midpoint of the tribulation as we know it? Remember those 144,000 Jewish evangelists that are going to be sprinkled all over the earth, sharing the gospel? Those 144 witnesses had a seal on their head. God had told the powers that be not to harm them. So we know they were not martyred. But yet, in Revelation 14, John sees them on Mount Zion with the Lamb, which is how John referred to Jesus in the book of Revelation as the Lamb. So how did, well, we know it wasn't Jesus that had come down to Mount Zion and there's 144,000 witnesses following him wherever he goes singing on the earth. No, there is no way that the conditions would ever allow that. And the 144,000 Jews, they are going to be evangelizing the globe, everybody on the earth. They were raptured with the two witnesses and their fruit on that same day. That was Rapture Day for the Jews. See, just like the church we got our Rapture Day, the Jews are going to get their Rapture Day because it's prophesied in the Scriptures. God cannot break the Scriptures. He's going to fulfill that for them as well. So the 144,000 goes up. They're going to hear the come up here. And any of their converts that are alive at that time. Because probably a lot of their converts will be martyred. So we know that in Revelation 21 that there is a Mount Zion in heaven because John was taken to a very high mountain, and that's where he also saw the 144,000. He saw a whole throng of people. So I hope this helps. I hope it's been a fun study for you. It really means we can quit arguing over its pre-tribulation rapture or mid-tribulation rapture. We don't need to argue about that. Of course, my main focus for this ministry is getting everybody ready for the first rapture of the church. John measured the temple and the altar, the worshipers. He was not told to measure those who were in the outside court. So I pray that you are all worshipers. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye.